What's up, guys? It's your boy, Talton Roberson. We're back at it again, and in today's video, we are going to be discussing the difference between Pokemon scalpers and Pokemon investors. And so this video is going to kind of break down the differences between the two. We all have our thoughts and our opinions about this. It's a very controversial topic right now. So, with that being said, let's jump right into the video. Alright, now we're in my computer. The first thing we're going to talk about is scalping. And so right here, we're on the Cambridge University website, cambridge.org. And on this website, they've got scalper as someone who buys things such as theater tickets, or in our case, Pokemon cards, at the usual price and then sells them when they are difficult to get at much higher prices. So, with that being said, generally speaking, a scalper, and this is kind of my opinion on it, is someone who will buy out lots of stock. They don't really mention how much they buy, but let's just say, someone buys lots of stock at a really low price or regular price, and then they want to resell them immediately. That's the key word for me, is immediately, for double, triple, whatever the case is. To me, that is scalping. For example, with Prismatic Evolutions, the hot set that everyone's going crazy over, there is a lot of scalping in the community. Those are the people that are trying to buy out all of the Targets, all of the Walmarts, where they can get them for retail and then turn around and sell them for double on a secondary market such as Amazon, Facebook, eBay, you name it. People have been buying this set for retail $49.99 and turning around and selling it for $100, $120, even as high as $150 per ETB. And so, in my opinion, that is a perfect example of a scalp. When you scalp something, you think about it, that term comes from taking off their head. Native Americans would scalp their enemies of war. Well, this isn't necessarily war, but when you think about it, you're just, taking off the top. So it comes out at a regular price, and then you're marking it up so you can just take it off the top. And it's in times when the product is very hard to get. And so we can scroll down here and we can see another definition. A person who sells tickets at increased prices without official permission. Not really that big of a deal. Someone who buys things such as theater tickets at the usual price and then sells them when they are difficult to get at much higher prices. So this is a very good definition. So you're doing it when it's very hard to get. And to me, the whole immediate thing, because there are lots of products in this world that get released. There are toy manufacturers. Obviously, we know Pokemon. Pokemon's a huge one right now to talk about scalping. But this also happens with Lego. This happens with Transformers. This happens with a numerous amount of products. There's a whole community dedicated to scalping shoes. That's like Nikes. They do these limited releases. There's only so many that are produced. And in some context, you cannot really say it's scalping due to the changes in demand and supply. Now, I will say when people are buying the product just to turn around and sell it immediately, that is a scalper mentality. That is a scalper doing scalping. That's the best way I can put it. Now let's go and take a look at the definition of investor. So we're still on the cambridge.org website, and now we have the investor definition. And so an investor is a person who puts money into something in order to make a profit or get an advantage. Here's another definition. A person or group of people that puts its money into a business or other organization to make a profit. Investor, a person, organization, or country that puts money into something to make a profit or receive interest. So that's pretty much what an investor does. they put their money into a product, business, whatever the case is, and it's their hopes that they can make a profit. But usually investors are not buying product today expecting to make the money tomorrow. It just doesn't happen. Uh, you know, with investing, most traditional investing, like investing in a 401k, this happens where you put money in year over year over year over year, hoping that it accumulates and grows. And, it essentially builds like a nest egg in a sense. And so that's one of the biggest differences, I think, between investing and scalping is yes, they're both in it for profit. So I would consider myself more of a investor. I wouldn't consider myself a scalper. I'm not out here trying to buy every ETB on Target or Walmart. I would like to get some, yes, but I'm not out here trying to buy all of that. Generally speaking, for my investments, I try to see if the set has popularity. Are there good cards to pull? Is this something that someone's going to want to open up in 3 to 5 years? And so that's kind of my plan. I have a 3 to 5 year plan before I sell anything. Some people say, that's not long enough. You need to invest for longer. But it just depends. Everyone has their differences. I've got some cards, some boxes that are over 5 years old, and I've only been into the Pokemon hobby for about 3 years. I was in the Pokemon hobby when I was a kid. I enjoyed opening packs, and still to this day, I do enjoy opening packs. However, I just don't open up that many packs. Segueing back into the investing side of things, I don't expect to sell any of my product for 3 to 5 years for the most part because I'm doing an investment. I have a sense of the market. And so, yes, the market does crazy things like, for example, hot release, prismatic evolutions. After release, it's going for double and triple MSRP. That's crazy. But, I don't control the supply. I have no control over the supply. And Pokemon, they cannot really have control over the demand. Obviously, if they make a terrible set, the demand's not going to be good. If they make a great set, the demand's going to be good. However, they can't really predict how much demand there's going to be. There are fluctuations in the market. There are fluctuations on people's income, their ability to spend. And so there's a lot of different factors when it comes to actually investing. And so I want to just kind of make this clear that to me the biggest difference between scalping and investing is your timeline on which you profit. Scalpers, they want to profit as fast as possible. Investors are willing to wait the profit out for the profit to grow. So you won't see investors selling prismatic evolutions for double the price. Now, I'm not saying that it's not possible that an investor gets some prismatic, but a lot of investors, they kind of know that it's the waiting game. That's what investing is about. Scalping, on the other hand, is turning it as fast as you can turn it. You get the product in, you try to sell it as quickly as you can to get more money back in your pocket so you can spend it on more products that you can scalp. And so there are a lot of products out there that are getting scalped. Just to name a few, prismatic evolutions, anything related to prismatic evolutions, that's getting scalped pretty hard right now. And for me, if you want to sell prismatic for more than MSRP, that's totally fine. Like, I'm not going to be mad at you if you sell your box for what it's worth. The market determines the worth. However, if you want to be mad at someone who has distribution and they sold pre-orders and then canceled pre-orders and then after that listed the product back on their website for double MSRP, that is scalping in its finest. That is like the worst type of scalping because you were in a contractual agreement with money presented to you as the business. You were given money for this product that was pre-ordered, and B, you broke that obligation to essentially make more money. You said, what I'm making is not enough, and I want more money. I'm greedy essentially. That's basically what these people are saying, because if they didn't want to sell pre-orders, then they shouldn't have. They listed their price at whatever price they thought was appropriate for pre-orders. And so that's kind of like another whole topic. I don't want to get too far off. We're really just talking about Pokemon scalping versus investing. And I'm also going to give you some examples of products that A are being invested in, and then B, products that are being scalped. So without further ado, let's just jump into a few different products that I just want to mention. We're going to just go ahead and jump over to TCG Player. So now we're at TCG Player. I've pulled up Prismatic Evolutions ETBs. This is the most scalped product I think that's available today. Prismatic Evolutions is just one of those products that they didn't make enough. It's not enough supply to help the demand. I don't think they can fix this. I personally do not think they can print enough Prismatic Evolutions to meet demand. So, if we look here at the market price, we can see that this price, I don't know. Okay, so on release, you can see on release, this product was selling for almost double MSRP. We got up to $99 there, but the cheapest ones that got sold were $69. That's the cheapest you could get it on the second hand marketplace, was $69. And then from there it grew and grew and grew, and since some time has passed, more and more product has been getting out. But you can see as the price comes down, so the blue line here, that's the price. As that price has come down, these bars, that's the demand, those are going up. So they sold 3,000 of these on between the 13th and the 19th. That's a lot of demand. 2,300 the following week, another 1,800 the following week, as the supply has been catching up. But they got all the way down here to about 111, and then it started picking back up again, and we're back around 120. And so demand, supply, all that has been crazy for this set. But this is the one that everybody is scalping. If someone is selling it on a secondhand marketplace, it is technically being scalped. They either got it from distribution, or they got it in a pre-order from some kind of retail store, and because of that, they got it at a good enough price to where they can turn around and sell it for a profit. Okay, now I've pulled up the Evolving Skies ETB. Now there are two variants to this. This is just one of them. This is the first one I found. So this is the one that we're going to look at. Now with this, look at this growth. This is the last 3 months. We're going to look at the year chart. A year ago, you could have bought this for $80. Now this product came out like 2019, I want to say. So it's been about 5 years. And I have just now started selling some of my Evolving Skies. I feel like the market has moved in the right direction, and so this is when I like to release product. I want to consider myself an investor. If I wanted to scalp this is not a product that could have been scalped very easily, because there was a lot of this out there. There were several reprints. There were times where you could find this on the shelf. They were everywhere. However, that's kind of like when I first got started, they were kind of just ending their print run. And so I was able to get, I don't know, maybe like 24 ETVs in this time. And it came from various sources, sometimes Walmart, sometimes Walmart.com. I have bought them on TCG Player, various places I've purchased. So yeah, that's what it takes to kind of invest. You have to shop around. It's not going to be cut and dry. I'm gonna just buy from Target every time a set gets released. When it comes to investing, you really have to purchase from different places to try to get a good deal. And so when you're investing in Pokemon, you're really just trying to capitalize on getting a good deal and hoping that the product continues to rise over time. And so this product is continuing to rise, and it looks like we had kind of a small little buyout right here at around 200 bucks. And the market price is still at 226, 236, so we'll just call it 230, with the lowest listed being 236. So 236 is kind of the market price. That's what it is. Now, this product I bought at Walmart for $44.99, and I haven't sold it. So that's the difference between a scalper and an investor. If I would have turned around and tried to sell it for 120 or something crazy like that right off the gate, people would have called me a scalper. People would not like it. So that's my whole thing about the difference between scalping and investing. It has a lot to do with time. So I'm curious on what you guys think. What is an adequate amount of time for you to be called an investor versus a scalper? For some people, that may be 6 months. For some people, that may be 2 years. For some people, it may be 10 years. You may hold on to product for 10 years. Now, I think 10 years is a long time to hold on to product. There are people that have been holding on to product for much longer. Pokemon has been out for like 25 years, almost 30. So if you've been holding on to product for 20 and 25 years, I mean, you bought booster boxes when they were $80 to $100, and now they're worth like $20,000. Especially like first edition stuff, like it's no telling what the market is on these. I don't even want to try to like guess. I mean, I know that you can find them out there, but they're not very common. And so that's kind of the difference, in my opinion, between investing and scalping. It's really just a difference in the time that in which you're willing to sell. So as an investor, should you be buying prismatic? Sure, you can buy prismatic if you think it's a good investment. Now, can you go to Walmart and buy them all out and hold them? Sure, no one's stopping you. You may get a little hate from people because if you're buying a lot, they may consider you a scalper without even asking whether you're going to open them, whether you're a sealed collector, an investor. There's just so many different people within this hobby. And like I said, the supply is low, the demand is high. For Pokemon, 200 bucks really isn't a lot of money to spend on Pokemon. If you're in this hobby for a long time, you understand that it's thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars that go in and out and exchange hands every single day. And the investment that I've had, like say this Evolving Skies box, I bought for 44. It's now almost 240. I can almost profit $200 if I sell it to someone, cash in hand or something like that. It's almost a $200 profit. I may hold on to these much longer. I don't know. I've got 4 left, and I'm not really trying to sell them. If someone wants to buy them, sure, I will sell them. However, I don't want to sell them, and if I do sell them, I'm going to get at least market value for them. So that's kind of like my thing. And that's another thing is, the longer that you wait, as long as there's demand here, the easier it is to get the price that you want. And so that's something I've noticed as an investor, as a collector. I just really think that that's how I enjoy Pokemon. I enjoy having a shelf full of Pokemon behind me. I just, coming into my office, seeing a full shelf full of Pokemon products, that makes me happy. And yes, I sell some of them. I have distribution. So no, not everything's getting scalped. Distribution is not an easy way to get product because of how many people also have distribution, and there are a lot more players in the game who have a lot more money, who have access to capital and has storefronts and all this. And distributors look at that. Distributors would rather give a storefront product than an online store like myself. And so I don't really get a lot from distribution. Now I try to order with every set and try to get something. However, a lot of times I don't get anything. Just, even unpopular sets, I don't necessarily get them. Distribution just won't necessarily give them to me. Now, I have had some boxes come from distribution, and I've had them listed on my website at retail. And that's no different than Target, Walmart. So, in my opinion, when I list them for retail, that's perfectly dandy. But when the market, if it's the product's been out for over a year and then the market decides that this product is now hot, well, you had a whole year to buy this product, to invest in it. At this time, it's then started to rise because supply has started to dwindle. That's when the investment starts to increase in value, and at which time, when the market changes, my prices on my website also change. And that's just how it is. I don't want to sell my products for retail when everyone else is selling them for double. And I'm speaking more so on products that have aged. That's the whole point of holding on to it, is so that it can age and appreciate. And so I just try to look for products that have a nice chart like this. Now, this is a great chart. This is a great investment chart. When you're talking about more than doubling, this is over 100% gains in 1 year. That in the stock market is great returns. So typical investors like to see about 15% on average year over year. Some of the best investors like to see 20% year over year on their investments. And so, like, to me, this is a great investment. I've been holding on to it and I've seen gains. And so this is just one of the few products that I think is a good investment. Now, should you invest in it at this price? You can. Do I think that there's going to be more of this product printed? No. Is it going to continue to rise in price? I think so. This has one of the most iconic cards in Pokemon history. Besides the base set Charizard, the Umbreon from Evolving Skies is one of the most iconic cards that everyone knows and loves. And so, definitely an investable set. Now let's look at another scalping set. Alright, I just pulled up the Blooming Waters Premium Collection. Now this box, it's kind of special because it is Scarlet and Violet 151, and I bought a lot of Scarlet and Violet 151. This was a set that I really believed in. This was, to me, a great set to invest in. However, this is the last, or supposedly last, expansion of this set, or product of this set, I should say. And so the Blooming Waters Premium Collection comes with 12 packs and then like 5 promos here. And this is a scalping set. So MSRP on this is $59.99, and if you're ordering from distribution, you're paying roughly like $37. That's basically what you're paying from distribution. But we can see this product is getting sold for as high as $160, with the low side down here being right at 86. And so 86 for that, it's pretty close to retail. Retail's 60. So this is a scalping product. This is, if someone is selling this now for these prices, more than likely they're scalping it. Now, I know that there are exceptions. And so some of these exceptions would be like people that go out and actually buy the product, but then turn around and sell them to, like, say, an LGS or someone like myself. We may pay 75-80% of market value for this product because that's market value. Right now, if I had people bring me this product for 80 or 90 bucks, I would buy it. I would. I do believe it's worth that. Now, one of the reasons why this product isn't necessarily like a scalped product in some degree is because this set 151 has been out for almost 2 years. Almost 2 years. It's been over a year and a half. So, yeah, after 18 months, supplies started to run dry. and the product just keeps going up in price. And so this one being new, however being aged at the same time, is what gives it that scalpability. So yes, this product can be scalped, and there are plenty of people that scalped it. Now I did actually buy one of these because I do believe in 151. I have it put up, I have it in my closet. But this product, I did get one of these. I stood in line for 2 hours just to get one. I'm not making any money if I sold this immediately. Those 2 hours, that's not what I, no, my intentions are to hold this for 5 years, and then maybe this box is worth $300 to $400. That's what I intend to do with it. And so to me, that would be an investment. If I turned around and sold this immediately, yes, I would be a scalper. I would be part of the problem. But that's not what I'm doing. This product's not listed on my website, even though I have one in stock. I may not even sell it because 151 holds a lot of weight in my heart. So a little story about 151 is when it came out. It came out on the day me and my wife got married. And so we spent our whole honeymoon in Disney World, Orlando, Florida, just searching for this product. Like, yeah, we enjoyed Disney World, but they had all these like little shops in Epcot, which is one of the Disney parks, and we were able to find 151 ETBs and poster collections and binder collections, and so we bought while we were on our honeymoon, and we opened those packs and we had fun. And I didn't invest in any of those. However, I did buy more after the fact to start investing in. I love this set. It takes me back to my childhood, and then it's special to me because me and my wife, we both like Pokemon. I love it a lot more than she does, but she loves it too, and I know that she does. And this is the only set that she actually really enjoys opening, and so this one has scalpability. But if you were buying 151 when it came out, you would have been paying retail from nearly everyone. And you could have got it for such a long time at retail. But only the people who are investing and collecting in that set were buying at that time. Now that things have risen, people are wanting to buy it more now than ever. And it's kind of weird because you can see on this day the demand is at its second high, or the price is at its second highest point on this chart. But yet the demand was the highest, with it being over 200 sales in a week. Or in 2 days. That's a 2-day. So this one definitely could be scalped. I don't recommend scalping. If you plan on doing that, there's lots of ways to make money. You don't have to scalp Pokemon. Now, if you want to do that, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. But there are a lot of people in the community that do not like scalpers. No one likes when a new product is released and they can't get it for MSRP. That's basically what it boils down to. But at the same time, if there was no demand for it, it would be discounted and it would be priced nearly at wholesale. I've seen it time and time again where no one wants the product, price goes down near wholesale, and then months later, everyone wants it. After it's an age, after they don't see it on the shelves anymore, they feel like they're missing the boat. And they kind of are, yeah. I would say that if you're not buying the product that's easy to get right now, then you are kind of adding into that scalping problem, because if everyone bought Shrouded Fable when it got released, then everyone would have a set to open. But no one wanted Shrouded Fable. And now that it's been aged, and it hasn't even aged that long, but it's been out for a few months. Now that it's been aged, everyone wants it. I was buying Shrouded Fable on release day. To me, Shrouded Fable is a great set. It's up there with some of my best sets. Now, obviously, 151, that's my favorite, followed by Crown Zenith. And then I don't really have a third favorite at the moment, but I would say Shrouded Fable is pretty close. I like Shrouded Fable, which is kind of weird to just put 151, Crown Zenith, and Shrouded Fable together when no one wants Shrouded Fable. And let's just look at Shrouded Fable, because to me that was a great investing set. So I've got it pulled up here. Shrouded Fable Elite Trainer box. Right now, we're looking at basically retail, $49.99. You can get Shrouded Fable for still under retail. But look at this chart. Look at that. $29.23. That is less than wholesale. I cannot get this product for that cheap from my distributor. No way. So, yeah, this is like one of those opportunities where when you see something like this, oh, this set is really low in price. Believe me, sets go down in price, but they always come up because the supply does not continue to be produced. It's not like, for example, the Rubik's Cube. The Rubik's Cube never changes. They always make the same Rubik's Cube. The Rubik's Cube has been made for plenty of years, and the packaging's pretty much the same. The concept's the same. It's not like they just quit making it and then make something else. Like with Pokemon cards, they stop producing this after so many months, and then they don't produce it ever again. And so over time, the supply dries up and the price goes up. And investors realize this. Good investors know that you buy the products that no one else is looking at when the market is down low. So for me, I bought a lot of Shrouded Fable. I've got like 10 ETBs in stock. And yes, I did pay right around $30 an ETB. I actually got them at GameStop, believe it or not, for like a great deal. Distro didn't send me any of these, which is surprising because the set wasn't really even that sought after, but my distro didn't have any. Now they got some, but I didn't get allocated any. Even the unpopular sets, I'm still not getting. Usually the best things that I can get as, you know, a seller online with a distributor are usually structure decks, just like battle decks and stuff like that. Just the stuff that no one else wants, and I can buy those from my distributor, but they tend to sit for a very long time and they don't tend to appreciate in value that much. And from an investing side, I would rather put my money in sets that I think that will rise over time, not necessarily decks. Like I said, this was a great investing opportunity, and you could have got this before Christmas for $30 all day long. I paid $30 for it. 6-month chart, you can see it just can't keep going down. And right here at $30, it's, you know, a lot got sold there. 82 items. $16.95. I want to know who paid $16.95 for this. That is an incredible deal. So, enough of that. Shrouded Fable, great investing set in my opinion. I'm not telling you to invest in it. This is just what I'm doing. I think this set is just, this artwork of this box screams open me. It just screams I need this in my collection. That's what it says to me. And it may not say that to you. Everyone's different, but that's what it says to me. And I look for stuff like that. And so I believe in Shrouded Fable. I've been a believer in Shrouded Fable. And so as far as investing versus scalping, the full breakdown is simply scalpers, they want to buy today and sell tomorrow. Investors, they want to buy today and then sell in 5 to 10 years for the most part. I would say those are good investment strategies. And that's pretty much it when it comes to breaking them down. But like I said, if you guys would leave a comment, you can tell me how long is enough time for you to be considered an investor rather than a scalper. I would love to see those comments. Also guys, if you enjoyed this video, drop me a like and a subscribe. That really helps out my channel. And if you want to support my channel, I'll also leave a link in the description to my store where you can buy Pokemon products near market value. And yeah, that's how you can support me, guys. Again, thanks. I appreciate all you guys watching. And until next time, remember, the hustle never stops.